Gamers! A brand new world means brand new farms, and this time around I was inspired by this awesome video and I wanted to try something like that for myself. Along with that, I also wanted to try making the farms as realistic as possible by following images of real farms. So, let's get to it. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to figure out exactly where we want to start building our realistic farms. Now, either we could travel all the way over there to the plains biome, but I feel like it's too far away and it's also very hilly and I'm kind of wanting a flat area. So I think I'm going to settle on this location here just outside of my base. There's a couple of little bumps and lumps that we need to, smoothen off, but we'll figure that out. Step 2 is now going to be gathering a whole bunch of wood. We're going to need a lot of fences, a lot of detailing blocks for all of these different farms. So it's time to start harvesting a crap load of spruce wood. Okay, now with a bunch of wood obtained, it is now time to head down into the mine, as there's a couple more blocks that I'm going to be needing specifically for the farmhouse, those being diorite and also some deep slate as well. Where is some? I don't know. Yeah, over there. And yeah, so I'm just going to get all of that crap done right now. So I ended up finding a nice secluded spot to mine some of the diorite I needed, and once I'd obtained enough, I then made my way over to some deep slate to continue excavating. Okay, and there we go. That just about does it for this haul. My pickaxe is almost broken, and thankfully I punched a creeper here, which exploded and uncovered 3 diamonds right here, so we basically got a free replacement diamond pick right there. So I might grab a few more pieces of coal on the way out, and I'll meet you guys back up on the surface. Alright, the next step is to now go ahead and smoothen off this entire area. I'm going to be filling in holes, removing lumps and bumps in the... What the fuck, man? Why can't I say this, dude? So, yeah, commence, yet another time lapse. Okay, now with the area prepped, all of our blocks finally obtained, it is now time to start with the first thing for our farmland, which is going to be our farmhouse. So yeah, I think I'm going to build this right here in this spot, and that means we can have all of our farms over here as well. So yeah, let's get started with the farmhouse right now. Alright, so first of all, of course, I got a general idea of how I wanted it to look and laid out the framework to begin with. I wanted it to also have a stone foundation, so I made sure to add one in. After raising the pillars up a bit, I began on the walls, opting to have them inset one block from the pillars to add more depth. I continued with the details by adding arches between the pillars using stairs and trapdoors, and added a ledge for the second floor to rest on as well. After repeating this around the sides and back of the farmhouse, I scaled up to the top and began construction of the second story. To add even more depth, I made the pillars stick out one more from the below ones, and again opted to inset the walls, this time using our diorite instead of stone. With the front wall complete, I filled in the sides and back walls of course, and then transitioned to the roof. After some trial and error of the shape, I settled on one with a nice farmhouse kind of vibe. I filled out all of the trims of the roof and began adding in our textured deep slate bricks and tiles for the main part of the roof. I added a cute little dormer and then continued filling out the opposite side of the roof, along with continuing the spruce trim along the top of the roof and finishing it off with a chimney design. I also decided to add more lanterns along the walls to brighten it up a bit. Okay, and there's our farmhouse all completed, well, except for the interior, of course. Yeah, I still need to work on that. I'll do that later, don't worry, because now I want to get started on the actual farming areas. So I'm going to start digging out an area and replacing all of these blocks with stone and stone bricks, kind of like in a textured pattern. And yeah, I'm pretty much just going to extend this into a rectangle and repeat that a whole bunch of times and add some more stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So for our first rectangle, I ended up settling on a size of 17 by 20 and textured it with stone and stone bricks. Then it was onto the arduous task of repeating this 8 more times, and along with that I also made sure to shovel in some dirt paths between each one. And finishing up, to keep the mobs out, I opted for a sleek fence design for every one. Holy mother of God, that took a long time to do, but it's finally done and it's looking awesome. I just noticed I missed a lantern here. Let's fix that up real quick. There we go. Alright, so yeah, with all of our fields laid out, it is now time to get started on the first one up here right in front of the farmhouse. And so we'll be starting off with a carrot field. I've got a picture pulled up right beside me on my other monitor here that we're going to be following of an actual, real carrot farm. And so it looks like they're in rows of 2. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have water beside them, even though they don't, actually have just physical water next to them in the picture. The crops in Minecraft need water beside them, obviously, so I'm gonna dig these trenches like this. I'll fill them all up with water, just like that, and then we'll also go ahead and till all of these middle blocks here and just fill them all up with carrots. This first one's pretty simple. We're getting started off with the easy one, so yeah. I'm gonna get all of this done real quick right now. So, using the image from before, I continued filling out the carrot farm with our rows of water and carrots. For the wheat farm, I opted for something slightly different, this time in the style of a rice field. I added curved rows of water to mimic the picture, added some details, and filled out the farm with a whole bunch of wheat. For the bamboo field, I found this cool picture with a road between them. A pretty simple one, I just didn't have much bamboo and had to keep waiting for them to regrow to replant them. Next, the oak tree farm, I found this picture, just ignore the dude standing there, but it's pretty similar to the bamboo field except they're planted in more of an organized manner, and I made sure to reflect that on our field here. For sugarcane, I found this image, which honestly, it turns out most of these farms are just in rows, so I ended up doing exactly that for this one. I also wanted this farm to be a bit more efficiently laid out, which worked out perfectly. I also wanted a dedicated area to grow moss for azaleas, and I couldn't really find anything online, so I just decided on 4 raised up beds that'll contain our moss. I also replaced the floor with planks so it doesn't spread outside their containers. Next, a spruce tree field. This one was pretty simple, very similar to the oak trees, except I just decided to randomize the placement for a bit of a forest vibe. Next, I decided to start a farm I've never done before, a flower field for bees. I collected heaps of flowers from the nearby flower biome and placed them in colored rows. Now, you might notice I don't have any beehives, so we'll have to consult that issue a little later on. And finally, a potato field. Again, not too interesting, but I stuck to my guns and made it as closely as I could to the real deal. I added in some neat details like wheelbarrows too to keep it interesting. And there we go, all farms are now done. Alright, and there is all of our farms completed. This area is looking pretty awesome now, I might say. Now, you might have noticed, yeah, we didn't fully complete the potato farm because, yeah, I'm just waiting for them to grow because we have completely run out of bone meal. And also, we have missed some blocks here in the beehive. Well, it's not a beehive, it's a, I don't know, a bee field. But yeah, we're missing the actual beehive blocks here. We need 4 of them in total, and to get them, we need Silk Touch. And to get Silk Touch, we of course need an enchanting table, and to get that, we need a lot of cows for their leather, and then also a lot of sugarcane, which thankfully we're growing here. But yeah, we don't have any cows at the moment. So my new plan now is to construct a brand new animal barn right here beside our farmhouse. And so yeah, I'm gonna go get a bunch of wood and start building this bad boy right now. I decided on making this barn pretty wood heavy, as I love that look for barns at least. After filling out the framework, I started on a bit of a unique roof using logs, slabs, and trapdoors too. I built this on both sides and the top of course, then headed down to continue with the details. I added similar arches to the adjacent farmhouse, along with placing fences to keep the animals in. Alright, and there it is. There's our brand new animal barn created. I've also just gone ahead and rounded up the local population here. We got a couple of cows that I'm now going to breed. And there we go, there's our first little baby cow. You're soon gonna be eaten and turned into leather, mate. Thanks, buddy. We've also got one lonely sheep so far. I haven't been able to find a second one for him. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna start harvesting all of this sugarcane and continuously, you know, breeding these cows, combining that with slaughtering wild cows as well for leather, until we basically just have enough for our enchanting table and all of the bookshelves that we're gonna need for it as well. I also need to figure out a way to get a bunch of XP. I am thankfully level 30 now, just through my general, you know, gameplay, but in case our first enchantment doesn't have frickin' Silk Touch on it, we're gonna be up creek, eh? So yeah, I'm gonna get a bunch of this harvesting done, a bunch of cow slaughtering done, and I'll be back with a bit of a progress update. Okay, bit of a progress report. Also, I do apologize if you can hear my son in the background for this segment. I'm feeding him dinner at the moment. So what I ended up doing was just slaughtering a whole bunch of wild slaughtering a whole bunch of wild cows along with the ones that I had captured, and I also came over to the village here and set up a little bit of a trading center here. So we got a couple of Fletcher villages which I've been trading sticks to for emeralds, and then we've got this guy over here, not the pig. Can you get out, sir? Thank you. We've got this guy over here which I've been trading bookshelves to, and thanks to that, along with slaughtering all of the wild cows, we have our 15 bookshelves, the max that we need for our enchanting area. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is head back to our base and start building our, you know, enchanting area. So I'll meet you guys there. Okay, gamers, we're back from a quick trip to the mine as we needed obsidian. I made sure to get enough for an enchanting table as well as another portal, so I don't have to go back down. And now we're going to be making our enchanting table, which I believe is something like that. There we go. Now we can head straight upstairs and start building our enchanting area. And so I think this corner is going to be a pretty good one. So let's get rid of this lantern and start adding in all of our bookshelves. Now I want to leave the windows out, and I think what I'll do is maybe come around this way like that. And there we go. That should be a full level 30. That's already not promising. We want that to say Silk Touch. But what we might do is head back down and make another diamond axe and see what kind of enchantment that will give us instead. You know, we have no shortage of diamonds. I saw a whole bunch more down there that I honestly couldn't be bothered to get. But yeah, as you can see, here's all of my ruined tools. All right, let's see what we're gonna get on the old axe. Bang, efficiency 4. I'm happy with that. Fortune 3, damn it. I really wish that would have been unbreaking. That actually kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's pray. Oh, man. Okay, we're just gonna YOLO send it. Fortune 3. That is a bummer. That's honestly, that is such a good enchantment. I just really wish it was Silk Touch at the moment, but Fortune 3 is going to be really good. Okay, what I'm thinking I might do now that we have Fortune 3 here is maybe head back down to the mines and just mine some more diamonds and kill mobs to get up to level 30 here. Also, I completely forgot I wanted to add a couple little details to this. Now, eventually I do want to get bookshelves that maybe just kind of encase the windows here. So honestly, we can't really add too many details as of yet. But what we could do is maybe add a chest here for now, and eventually we'll have the bookshelf out to here and here, and we'll put another chest on there, and in there we can store our lapis. So yeah, that's good enough for now. Obviously not done, but we'll get to it later. So yeah, let's head back down to the mine, slay a couple of bogeys, mine some diamonds, get back up to level 30, and enchant another pick. All right, so we're back down in the mines, and yeah, here is all of the diamonds that I was talking about. There's 2 there. Pretty sure there's one over there as well, and up there. Oh my god, there is just, they're scattered around everywhere here. So I'm gonna make a little obsidian bridge over to these couple of diamonds over here and mine them up. All right, so from mining 3 diamond ore blocks in total, we now have 8 diamonds. That's actually insane how good that is. I've also just spotted another diamond vein over there too of 2 diamonds. So I'm gonna go scoop all of these up and get to level 30, and I'll meet you guys back up at the house. All right, we are back from the underground. We ended up with 21 diamonds and also level 30, as you can see down there. I'm going to make a new diamond pickaxe and go ahead and enchant this and pray we get Silk Touch. All right, here we go. Please have Silk Touch. I am praying right now. Oh, yes. Thank God for that. Enchant, Silk Touch efficiency 3. That's honestly pretty shit. But we got Silk Touch, I don't even care. Thank God for that, man. Now we can finally go freaking mine some goddamn beehives to put on top of our farm. That's what this whole ordeal was for. But I am very thankful that we now do have some enchanted stuff like an axe and 2 pickaxes now, which is pretty sweet. This is gonna make chopping wood a whole lot faster. And of course, as you saw before, getting diamonds is gonna be a whole lot easier too with our new pickaxe. And yeah, once we get to level 30 again, we're gonna be able to enchant everything else. And I now have enough diamonds to make full diamond armor as well. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Now I'm gonna go hunt for some beehives and whack them onto our farm. So yeah, let's go try and find some. All right, here's the first one. Hopefully this actually works. It was Extra that told me Silk Touch works. So yeah, thank God for that. There's our first bee nest. Let's go find some more. I just spotted a bee down here actually. So hopefully there's one over here too. Oh, there we go. There's one. Of course it just started raining bloody hell too. And Jesus Christ. Okay, 2 beehives. That was pretty easy to find actually. Oh my God, and we got a massive cave here as well. Oh my God. Okay. Well, we're not here for that. Let's keep finding beehives. Here's beehive number 3. Bang. 1 more. And bang. There it is. 4 beehives in total. Let's go head back to base. Okay, and here we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay, like I was saying, there we go. That is the final piece of our farming puzzle completed. Once I place this last one, bang, there we go. Our farms are now all done with those bee nests in place. I don't exactly know how these work. It was Extra that explained it to me within like 2 minutes. Basically, you just place campfires under them. I don't know if, you know, smoking them out is going to actually make them harvest pollen from these flowers, but I guess we're going to figure it out as we go. Oh my God, why do I keep doing that? But yeah, there we go. Farms all done. Actually, oh my God, they're not all done. What the hell? I forgot about the potatoes. The goddamn spuds, man. Okay, well, we're almost done. I got that many planted. 1 more replant should get this all done. Oh, dude, that is so cute. They actually do collect the pollen and stuff. That is awesome. I love that so much. And dude, just walking through this, it's so lush and nice. I love this layout so much. It is awesome. And that just reminded me, we actually do have our farmhouse interior we need to get around to. I don't exactly know what I'm going to place in here. I'm going to have a little think about it, but we've got a decent area here. We've got even more area on the top floor. So I'm going to get this ceiling placed in, and I'll figure out what to do with in here in just a second. All right, I'm back. I've added in the ceiling and also a little bit of a ladder that heads up to the 2nd floor here. I also do need to add a ceiling on here as well, but we'll get to that later. But I've actually come up with an idea for the interior for this. So to go along with our super realistic farms, let's make a try to make, I should say, a super realistic interior here. I have no idea how well it's going to go, but we're going to try right out. The first thing about interiors that makes them realistic is walls. Usually the interiors I build in Minecraft don't have any, you know, interior walls at all. So let's try just adding some walls. So I'm gonna section off this little area here. Let's grab out some slabs and connect that to the ceiling like so. And I really want to bring this inside because it's starting to annoy me having to go constantly outside every time I need to craft something. Now let's place a stair block right there. Let's also add more spruce. Now, do I want to strip this? I think I do. I think it's going to look a little bit nicer on the eyes to strip this. And now let's add a door because, you know, of course, interiors and the walls have, you know, doors on them most of the time. So I reckon in here we'll have our bedroom area. And I think what could look nice is filling up this block here with some spruce wood. Let's strip all of that as well. And then let's place our bed right here. Now, what do beds usually have? Bedside tables. Let's place some of those on. Let's also add a bit of a carpet around here too. And now in this, let's maybe add a flower pot. Let's go with an azure bluet for this one. And then we'll place a little night light beside that too. Let's also maybe add in a ceiling light, but there is a bit of an issue. We don't have a middle, which kind of stinks. So maybe let's leave that out for now. Let's just have a light there. And now another nice thing that could make this look a little bit more realistic is adding some shelves in. So let's have a shelf up here, and then maybe let's have another one down here. And actually, let's maybe have this into a bit of a table instead like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And now I know, you know, crafting blocks aren't really that realistic, I guess, but we can make this kind of the crafting area for the base as well. Let's maybe replace this with a crafting table. Up here, let's place a stone cutter and also a grindstone. And maybe up here we can have a little bit of storage. Let's place a barrel and some chests like so. And yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I don't know about super realistic, but it's okay, I guess. All right, next up for out here, let's maybe make a bit of a kitchen area. I think that could work well for this space. Now we do have quite a lot of area, and I just went and got 5 furnaces, but I think we are going to need more. Okay, so a kitchen area. Let's first actually brighten up the area a bit. We do have 2 nice spots here to add some lanterns on. Now we've got a bit of a nicer area to work with. I think I want to just fill up this entire bottom section here with some furnaces like that. Yeah, that looks really cool. We got like a nice big wide kitchen here. Now another thing that a lot of kitchens have is you know, these like cabinet things. So let's just do barrels instead for that, and maybe just have it kind of mimic the shape of the furnaces below. And now to make this look a little bit more like cabinets, let's have some of these below and then maybe kind of wrap it around the sides like that. And then I think to just improve the look a little further, let's connect that up to the ceiling like so. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, as for some decorations on top of these, let's maybe add some like hot plates, just kind of scatter them around, and also some stone buttons would look nice too. And maybe let's actually just replace one of these with a lantern as well. And yeah, that's looking quite cool. Another thing a lot of kitchens have is like a center island thing. So we can use a couple pieces of our stone here to make something like that. And to add some details, let's maybe surround this with some fences. Fences? Signs. I don't know what the hell I'm on about, honestly. And then maybe it's just like an empty cup or something. We could put a pot on top of there. I didn't actually mean to destroy that. And then maybe as like a plate, we could also place a wooden pressure plate on top of there. That's pretty cool. Actually, there's one more thing that I think would fit really well right here. Actually, let's move that over there. And yeah, it would fit in even nicer right there. All right, and here is that final piece of the puzzle right here. A cake. Dude, that looks so nice. That is awesome. Also, might as well, a nice spot right here, we can add a little indoor house plant too. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Do we have any space in here to add one? Actually, we could right here. It does leave a little weird gap there, but we could actually fill that in with a slab and maybe another slab here just to even it out. Or we could even just actually, yeah, now let's change that again. Let's maybe just have 2 house plants in here like this and this. We'll just have that going up like so. It does cover up that window actually, which kind of sucks, but yeah, you can still kind of see through it. That's fine. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice and lush. That's awesome. Our kitchen is all done as well. That is looking sweet. Now, the second floor, we do have a lot of area to cover, and honestly, I don't really know what to add in here. So I think we'll probably just deviate from the realistic aspect and maybe just make this the actual storage for all of our different farm things. So I might just end up filling this entire area up with a whole bunch of double chests. We'll probably leave it at that for now. I might even move this up to the attic and maybe just fill all of this in with other stuff. But for now, yeah, I'm not really too sure what else to add. So I think that's pretty much good for now. All right, and that just about does it for this episode. I really love creating these unique style of builds, and I'd love it if you guys left a comment of any of your ideas for future episodes. Also, this entire farm is available to download over on my Patreon too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.